Well, are you saying you can't or you won't try, Sue? You
yeah,
can.
She's pretty upset.
Yeah, why take it out on Paul? Why doesn't she go and have a talk to her, what was it, grandmother?
My mother?
Your mother?
Because my mother won't speak to me, that's why.
Okay, why don't you ask her why?
Because she won't speak to me to even tell me why.
Why do you...
What do you mean she won't speak to you? She didn't speak to you on the phone?
No, she just won't bother to phone me up or anything. She'll phone up Paul and that, and so will my sister.
Yeah.
But if you do feel angry, which seems to me very reasonable, it is bad for Paul to sort of get all this anger dumped on him.
Because most people here, because when they get upset, they have done something that got them into trouble with either the law or the psychiatrist, you know? They haven't been able to deal with it in a way that's been realistic. They've either hurt other people, made them suffer, or made themselves suffer, you know, to a crippling degree. Now, I mean, if you keep on being bitchy, you know, and not giving people the kind of sunshine parts of you, you know, and if you start getting angry all the time, then you're just going to drive people away.
That's easy to say, Mike.
I know it's easy to say, it's difficult. It isn't impossible, it's difficult.
It's impossible.
Look, if you say it's impossible, you may as well leave.
But perhaps I'd better.
Is that the attitude you need to take, Sue? I mean, you know people here like you and they think you've changed. And they think you can go on changing. And I really do. And you can help this community a lot.
I can't. How can I help them superficially?
Wait.
I help Brian by making him go out and say he's going to kill himself. That's what you call helping. Well, I don't.
Well, I went to London to community service volunteers. I'd had a lot of sort of empty experiences in the past trying to get into social work. And I wasn't too optimistic because, well, I'd heard so often that I wasn't good enough, in a sense, to work with people. But when I got there, it all changed. Because I went to the office and the person who interviewed me, her name was Elizabeth Hoodless. And she was just fantastic. As soon as I walked in, it was as though I was wanted and I got gifts and talents to offer to people. And there's sort of never any question of me not being able to do the work. She just made me feel as though I got something valuable. And she made me feel like a real person who could share things along with other people. She let me talk, you know. Because I had got a lot of, well, mixed feelings about my past work. And a lot of hopes about what I wanted to do. But I wasn't really sure about what I could do. But it was like, that interview meant such a lot to me. Because, well, she just recognized me. And made me sensitive to the way people could be approached. And like, I hope now that I can translate some of that here in this community. I mean, like, people come to us with labels of sick and criminal and crazy. But I hope that when they walk through that door, we can tell them that they are talented and that they can help each other. And that they have got such a lot to offer. And that they are positive people who can share and communicate and grow with others. Because that's the sort of thing that Elizabeth told me. And after that interview, well, I was just released. I remember going out onto the pavement in the East End, the sun was shining. It was hot, it was burning hot, and the pavements was, well, they were gay and alive all of a sudden. It's like, you know, seeing the world for the first time. And I just felt that I'd never work again, you know. I'd never sort of sell myself to do something that I wasn't made to do. Something that didn't allow me to express myself and what I could give to people. You know, because I believe everybody can do that, can give things to people. And in the factory, well, it just wasn't my place. It is for others, maybe, but not for me.